So in this video, I'll be sharing with you how I made this lovely dress I am putting on. If this looks like what you are interested in, make sure you keep on watching this video because I'll be sharing every detail you need to know about making this dress. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If it's your first time here, you are welcome. My name is Ini and I put out sewing content 2 times a week. And if you would love to gain knowledge on sewing and helpful tutorials, please subscribe to the channel. It is absolutely free to subscribe. So first of all, before you cut out any pattern, you need to understand the dress and how it was made. So if you look at this dress closely, you'll notice that this dress is a bustier. So it is a bustier dress, and it has a cut, and this cut goes through the under bust. Sorry, so it comes from the chest area. If you look closely, oh sorry, my ring light is going interrupting this. So it comes from the top part of the chest and it connects with the under bust. So the first thing I need to do now is to draft a basic bustier pattern. And with me here, I have my papers, and this paper, I cut it out using my round bust measurements divided by 4, which is 9 inches. So, and I added about 6 inches to it because it is a bustier. So we want to cut a bustier out. Make sure you have enough space on your pattern paper. So I'll go ahead now. I draft my pattern. I'll start with I'll roll a line here to serve as my start line. Okay, I forgot to show you. The length is my shoulder to half cut plus 1 inch. So now I'll go ahead and mark all my vertical points. Shoulder to bust, which is 10 inches. Shoulder to under bust is 13 inches. Shoulder to front waistline is 16 inches. Okay. And don't forget that the front waistline and the back waistline is not the same. So I'll be adding a clip here to show you why this is so. So I had to actually join this clip to show you that the front and back waistline is not the same. So here you can see that we have 17 inches. And when I turn this over, the back waistline is, can you see, we had 17, but here now we have 16 inches. Extend this lines. If you do not know how to draft a basic for this pattern, I have a video on that on this channel, so it's going to help you. But I'm going to rush through this part and I'll not be showing everything. So my shoulder divided by 2 is 7.5 inches. Like I said, I would be rushing through this part because the focus of this video is on the bustier. So I added about 0.75 inches here because I'll be adding a sleeve. And to get the round neck of this dress, so the neckline of this dress, as you can see, it doesn't come too low. So I'm going to make use of about 3 inches by 3 inches. And that should be fine. Before I continue, I'm just going to plead with you to subscribe to this channel if you are yet to do so, and give this video a thumbs up, please. This is the only way you can show support to me. Okay, thank you very, very much. And now I'm just going to come to this part of, this is the center front of my dress, and I'm going to take my nipple to nipple measurement divided by 2, which is my bust span. Is also referred to as bust span. So I'm going to take that, and I have 4 inches. Actually mine is about 3.7 something, so I just rounded it off to 4 inches. And now I'm going to connect these lines. Okay, so that we are on the same page, I'm going to quickly label all these lines so that everything is clear. This is the chest line, this is the bust line, This is the under bust and this is the waist. Okay, this is the shoulder. So once that is done, I'm going to come here and take my darts intake. And I've mentioned this a couple of times in my videos, how to get this measurement accurate. And so I'm going to put about 1.7 inches here, 1.75 inches here. I'll also mark that on this line. And I will connect. So this 1.75 inches, I'm going to divide it by 2, and what I'm going to get is about 0.875 blah blah blah. So I'm just going to put about 0. This. So I'm just going to take the last line before 1, so it's not exactly up to 1 inch, and whatever I have there, I'll mark it also at this line like this, and I will connect it. I'll come to my bust line and I'll come down by 1 inch, and at this bust point also I'll go up by 1 inch. Then I'm going to connect this part to create our bust cup. So make sure you're not putting a slant like this, just make sure it is curved like this to give adequate space for your bust. Can you see? And whatever I have here, I'm just gonna connect it like this. Okay, so now we're getting there, we're making progress. So at this point here, which is the center of our armhole, I'm just going to connect. So I'll extend this line like this, and I'm going to connect this here. And this mark I have here, that's 0 points, about 0.9, so to say. I will take that on the sides of this mark like this, and I'm going to connect it like this. Can you see? And one really important thing you need to do is to come back here and blend these lines like this, because you do not want any sharp edge at this point where your bust would sit. And don't forget, whenever you take that like this, you need to come back here, measure what you have, and as you can see, what I have here is about 1.75. So I'll be extending this line by 1.75 like this, because if you forget to do this, by the time you are done sewing, you see that you have lost some parts of your fabric. Okay, so once that is done, now I'm just going to blend this up to create a cuff, and this is going to be the new armhole like this. And now in order to start replacing my darts, I'm just going to mark my original round measurements, and this is 9 inches, and on my under bust and so once all that is achieved, we're going to look into the style now. And if you look closely at this style, we're going to observe that this style starts from around the chest area, which is around here, this point here, and it goes down through the under bust area. So what I'm going to do now is to create a curve that goes across like this. I'm going to use my curve to do this. So I'm going to mark this like this, and just going to blend it in like this. And now, before I cut out this pattern, because this is my dress, I'm going to be adding only 1 inch extra allowance for sewing. But if you're sewing for someone else, it is advisable that your sewing allowance is up to 2 inches. Yes, just to be on a safe side. So it's as simple as this. And if you follow my channel, you would know that anytime you close up a dart, the lines will no longer align. So the simple thing I need to do now is to adjust the lines here like this so that it can blend. And it's pretty simple. So the first part, before I cut out this paper, I'm just going to draft my back pattern. First of all, I'm going to rule out 2 inches. This is where I'll be taking my zip allowance from, and I'll be making a little adjustments before I do that. So, and to take my measurements, I'll start from this part. So this is my zip. I'm just going to label this zip. So before I start taking my chest and my shoulder measurement divided by 2, I'll start from this line. So the 7.5, I'll start from here to mark it. So just as I did for the front, I'm going to add some allowance to join my sleeve. And I'll take my shoulder slants here, and I'll just choose whatever neckline I want for the back. And since I used 3 inches as the depth, as the width, sorry, I'll make sure it's also 3 inches. Then the back also, I can just make it 1.5 so that it doesn't go too deep, and I'll connect. So for the back darts, I'm just doing a basic darts Bustier darts. So the back dart gets to the chest because there's no bust at the back, and so I'm going to take about 0.75 on this sides and connect it. So the simple thing I'm going to show you here is, I don't know where my pencil is, so I'm just going to use my pen anyways. So at the waist, I'm going to come out here by 0.75 inches, and I'm going to connect it like this just to eliminate zipper bulge. So it's from this line here. I'm going to take my 1 inch for zip allowance. If you want more, you can take more for your zip allowance, but I usually use 1 inch. So I'll go ahead and cut. I'm just going to label this back pattern, back. So these are all my patterns, and for the back, I just made sure that the allowance I'm adding is the same thing here. So this is all I have, and you see why it is important to label your patterns so that it is easy to recognize when you are ready to cut. So this is the part that is going to be joined to this side. So if you watch this video till this point and you're yet to like this video, please do that now, just to show appreciation. And I did not want this video to be too long, and that's why I could not add all the clips in one video. So in the next video, I'll be showing you how to sew this dress, how to join this part, and everything you need to know. So you just need to subscribe and turn on your notification bell so that you get notified when I upload that video. Thank you so much for watching this video to this point, and see you in my next one. Bye.